Okay, I was trying to motivate everybody to listen to TED Talks day in, day out, but I might just delete that part, actually. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, just delete it.
You are now listening to the IELTS podcast. Learn from tutors and ex-examiners who are masters of IELTS preparation. Your host, Ben Worthington.
Congratulations for getting your band score. Well done there. And
Yes, thank you.
you're welcome.
Thanks to you also for your help.
You're welcome. All right then. Now, so I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. Could you tell us a
Yes.
bit about yourself, please?
Well, I'm Mary Ann Herbabuena. I came from the Philippines,
Yeah.
and I'm currently working here in UAE as a nurse. So I've been here for almost 5 years now.
Why did you decide to take the IELTS exam?
Actually, this is a prerequisite when during my application for US visa.
Right then.
So my visa screen was actually expired. So my agency told me to take another exam. So
Right.
I took it, yeah.
I see. I see. And what did you get so this is the second time you've taken it?
No, actually this is the third time.
The third time. Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
the third time I took the exam, yeah. First
Right.
it was last year 2013, maybe around April, and then the second was October 2013. And
Right.
then after that, I just felt frustrated, you know. I don't know if I want to take another one. And then this is my last shot, I said.
Ah, really?
If I did not pass, yeah, no, I'm just telling myself if I did not pass this one, so US is not for me.
Wow. Wow. I see. So, what did you do for your what was the main problem? What's the main problem you was coming up against?
The speaking part, actually, then. You
Right.
know, the two attempts that I make in IELTS exam, uh, I had a band score of 7, which is the requirement for academic type of IELTS.
Yes.
It was 7, but my speaking was 6.5. They're requiring me to have at least 7.
Right.
So twice I failed in the speaking part, but my
Wow.
band score is passed.
Right then. And how did you
Yeah.
improve your speaking score?
Uh, I listened to your podcast, and then with all the tips that I get uh from the ex-examiners,
Uh-huh.
and the teachers that you have interviewed,
Yeah.
and also I listen mostly in programs like BBC, CNN, and TED Talks. That's
Excellent.
what
Good.
that yeah, that those were the tips that you gave in your podcast. So I just followed it. And then I tried to speak more frequently in English, you know. You just have to make more comfortable speaking with it.
I see. So just to,
Yeah.
to summarize, you got hold of like native speaker material, native
Mhm.
spoken material, and listened to it a lot, and then increased the amount of time that you were speaking. How did you do that? How did you increase the amount of speaking that you were doing?
When I talk to my friends,
I
actually
see.
they're my Filipino friends. They were just laughing at me why I am speaking to them in English, you know. Then I just told them that just to help me,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
just be there to help me as a friend. So just talk to me in English.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, and
sometimes.
also my manager is also a Canadian, so sometimes when I talk to her, I just have to practice my English communication with her.
I see. Excellent. Yeah, I do the same. Well, I used to when I came to Spain, I would speak Spanish to my English friends just to
Mm-hmm.
practice, and it feels strange, but and
Yes.
and they look at you a little bit crazy, But you have to think, I mean, it's only going to be a couple of months that I'm going to do this. And you might
Mhm.
as well just do it anyway, because at the end of the day, you're going to learn and you're going to get a lot of fluency from that. And just out of curiosity, did your friends correct you if you made a mistake?
Actually, no.
No, okay. Well, it's
But
not all.
sometimes if I made a mistake, they will just laugh at me.
Okay, that's more that's almost a correction.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, because sometimes I mean, depending on the activity, it's not always necessary to be corrected. If your objective is fluency, then
Mm-hmm.
the objective is just to keep on going and to get comfortable, stringing quite a few sentences together. Whereas if your objective is accuracy, speaking without errors, then it's good to
Mm-hmm.
get somebody to be writing down the mistakes or even interrupting and correcting. But now, just to move on to the writing, what did you get
Okay.
in your exams previously?
Previously, it was 6.5.
Right, I see.
Yes.
Okay. And what was the main problem when you were writing? What was the main problem you came up with when you started writing your essays?
Actually, the main problem was the idea on what to write
Right.
because
Ah.
yeah, that's the main problem that I had previously.
What?
And on how to construct and on how to construct my essay. What to write first. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's those were the main problems. So the idea and how to construct the essay properly.
Right then. Okay. And what used to happen when you started to write? You said you couldn't find an idea. Could you give me an example? Like maybe you found, I don't know, an essay about gender equality and you would just be searching for ideas and things. Is that what happened?
For which this with this examination, Ben, or with the previous?
With the previous ones, sorry.
Okay. Uh, I think the topic was asking about economy,
Yeah?
and the first one was economy, and the first examination. The second one is about sports.
Right.
And then at that time, I was very nervous, and I don't have my mind is I don't know what I what to write,
I
and I'm
see.
just staring at the blank page.
Oh no.
And it's just what you call this blackout.
Yeah, yeah, it's common. It's very common.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and what was the technique you used to get over that problem? How did you start generating ideas?
I just trying to do I tried to do the brainstorming. So I just jot down ideas that comes in my mind.
Yeah,
Although it took me a while
yeah,
before before I think about those ideas. And then after that, I just have to group it on how I will per paragraph.
I
That's
see.
what I did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah, because what I found when I remember when you sent me the first essay, I was thinking, well, the grammar is good and the vocabulary is really good. It just needs
Mhm.
some organization, you know? That's
Yeah, that's what my problem been. How
uh-huh.
to organize. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is really common, and it's usually the organization and generating ideas. And what I
Mm.
find is that students to generate ideas, it's almost like a skill. And the more you do it, the more you get good at generating ideas for your essays, you know?
Mm.
And I think, yeah, this is why you may have seen it in the sentence guide, but there's,
Mm.
I've written 250 questions, IELTS Task 2 questions, and just for the listeners, it's at IELTSPodcast.com/250, and it's a
Mhm.
PDF with 250 questions, and it's just to get into the habit of writing the essays, creating ideas, because it's like mathematics. If you do maths day in, day out, eventually you start
Yeah.
getting quicker at calculating and your brain
Yeah.
starts to function that way. And it's the same with generating ideas for, especially for the task two. So
Mhm.
tell me, could you explain what happened in the last essay you wrote in the last exam? What was the question about and how did you go about writing it?
The question was about if I agree or disagree about uh, if the health will become less below standard in the future. That's I think that's what the topic.
Right.
It's all about health. They're just asking me if I agree if the standard of health is will become lower in the future, like that.
I see. I see. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then when I read the question, it just comes into my mind one of the TED talks that I have listened to. So so
Excellent.
it's maybe it's what I'm lucky that I got that question. Then after that I just wrote all my ideas, and then I follow your sentence guide. The Yeah, I just follow your sentence guide just and fill up the like fill in the blanks. I have
Exactly.
already my introduction, and I will just fill in the blanks. What's uh my if I agree or disagree? What's my opinion? Like that.
Ex- Excellent. Yeah. And I think I said in previous podcasts as well that what you said about it being luck, yeah, maybe there was a little bit of luck, but
Yeah.
I believe that people create their own luck, you know? And
Mm.
you created your own luck by being prepared and by doing lots of preparation because maybe if you'd have listened to just three TED Talks, your
Mm-hmm.
probability would have been reduced, but you must have listened to lots in order to have been lucky. So yeah, you create your own luck. And I think what I was going to say was if you fill your head up with information and with ideas, it also helps when it comes to creating them. Like I said before, nothing in, nothing out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So after
Yeah.
you...
Yeah. I remember that. Nothing in, nothing out.
It really is that simple, you know? You just fill your head up with ideas. So the TED Talk,
Mhm.
was that the one all about um, mass food production? Was it that one with the American guy? I think I've seen it.
I think that the one that I heard was about Oklahoma.
Ah, okay.
The about Yeah. At first, they are in the list of most of the obese citizens in Oklahoma, and then this mayor, he did something to improve Oklahoma, and then after how many years, they are one of the most healthiest cities in the
Wow.
U.S. That's
Wa-
what that's what that's what I one of the TED talks that I have heard.
Wow. Okay. And did you
Yeah,
use that as your example in your writing?
yeah, yeah. Actually, I put that one. It's the most accurate example that I placed in my essay, because you said my example should be accurate and uh, specific, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Uh-huh. Wow.
yeah.
Excellent. That is excellent. Well done. Well done there. And
And Ben, just to add, I think it's really luck, because I had only six TED Talks. I had listened only six TED Talks
okay.
over and over again. So I think I'm
Okay.
lucky.
Maybe there was some luck involved then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to motivate everybody to listen to TED Talks day in day out, but I might just delete that part actually. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, just delete it
All right
off
then.
the record.
Yeah. Okay. So now, can you share any other tips or resources that would really help a student, maybe for the other sections,
Mhm.
other advice that you might be able to share?
Yeah, actually, the resources that I used
Mm-hmm.
was all are from your podcast. So from first is your podcast,
Uh-huh.
IELTS podcast, and then uh, I took lots of practice tests. There
Yeah.
are lots of online practice tests, so I just use them.
Yeah.
And what else? The my IELTS teacher.
Ah, you use that
That's all.
website.
Yeah, I use that website, my IELTS teacher.
Yeah. What?
Mostly the task one on how to interpret graphs,
I
charts.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have their lessons on how to answer or interpreting charts and graphs.
Right.
And what else? Listening to TED Talks,
Yeah.
BBC, CNN, Splendid English. This is one of the podcasts that I listen to improve my speaking also.
Ah, okay, good.
Yeah.
Did you do any like mimicking where you listen and repeat what they say? Did you do that, or were you just more passively listening and taking on tips?
Uh, I'm I'm more on passively listening to it.
Right.
Yeah, passive.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I listen to what because in Splendid English, what the I forgot the name of the speaker.
Pete.
Yeah, that yeah Pete.
Yeah.
What he is doing was he allow two students to talk to each other,
Yeah.
and then they're interacting, they're giving questions, and then sometimes Pete is the one who is asking one students like a practice speaking test,
I see.
and
I
then
see.
and then he's giving he was giving corrections, what is the correct grammar, uh, what's the correct on how to answer questions like the rule of threes like that.
Ah, okay. Ah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
but
That's
giving,
interesting.
yeah, rule of threes like for when giving examples, when you were asked to give examples, you must give at least three.
Ah,
That's
really?
what I, yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. And you use that in your speaking exam as well?
Yes,
Ah,
yes, I
good.
did.
Sorry?
Yes, I did. I
Okay.
did the, yeah,
Uh-huh.
the rule of
Right. Okay. Excellent. Now,
threes.
Mary, what are your plans now? Are you planning to go to the US?
Yeah, actually, I informed already my agency that I already passed my examinations and they are forwarding all my documents to process my visa screen, and hopefully within next year I'll be able to work there.
Oh, wow. Wow, I'm so jealous.
Yeah,
Wow, in the
yeah.
US. Have you decided on a state yet?
No, not yet. It depends on the agency where they will going to deploy me.
Ah, okay then.
So it
Okay.
depends on them. Yeah.
Okay. I've heard Oklahoma's a really healthy state, you know?
Yeah, I heard also.
Someone
My
told me
friend
it's
said that.
Okay then. All right, Marianne. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for agreeing to do the call. And yeah, you'll be a great inspiration for all the other listeners who are studying for the IELTS and going for Band 7 as well. So well done and all the best for the future, eh?
Yes, thank you also, Ben.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for your this sentence guide, the podcast, and also for motivating your students.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay. I love it.
it is a great it is a main key. When you motivate your students, their morale, their confidence is boost. They
Boosted.
boost their confidence. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I thank you. You're making me blush. Thank you so
Really?
much.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you very much, Marianne.
Thanks for listening to IELTSPodcast.com. And remember to leave your email for updates and early access to new podcasts.